Gemini. How's things? So, today I am doing the start of these bi-weekly readings for you. So, I've been doing a few, so I just want to clear the energy. So I'm gonna actually hit my singing bowl. So for those of you with headphones in, I'm gonna hit it maybe 2, maybe 3 times. You just might want to take the earphones off or turn the volume down, okay? Lovely. Let's just clear that energy out of my area before we start. So, how has this year treated you so far, my Geminis? How's things been going? Have you been having a lovely old time? Have you been going through some difficulties? Well, we're going to get to the point. We're going to be doing this every couple of weeks. So, it's going to be an ongoing chat or dialogue between you and I hope you're really enjoying them and any other content that I'm putting up there. I do a weekly spell check now as well, which is just like a weekly energy, so go and have a look at those as well. If you are enjoying them, hit a like, subscribe, or just share anything you can. Share feels like a broken record, and I don't want it to feel like that when I do that, but you know what, sometimes I think I need to say like how important it is, how much I appreciate the support I get from people that do watch my videos and do follow all the social media stuff that I do, because I genuinely, it's the reason I do it, the reason I put this stuff out there is for you guys to enjoy. And the more I am able to get on my subscriptions and following and that sort of thing, the bigger the audience can be that can get access to the videos or to my posts and stuff. So yeah, it really does mean a lot to me, so thank you for those of you that are doing that. And yeah, let's get on with it. So I've started these readings just by doing some channeled messages from Spirit and just sending that out to you to give you some idea about maybe the next couple of weeks of stuff that might be coming up. So they're asking, can you see the truth or just the storyline? So what events are going on that you maybe got caught up in the drama of it all and not seen the bigger picture or the truth? They're asking you to focus on they're asking you to focus on changing your current narrative. So what internal conversations are you having with yourself, Gemini? What are you telling yourself? For instance, if this was about your career or your business or your current job, you might be saying, I'm not very good at this, or things are not going well for me lately, or I've not got that promotion, or that boss doesn't, value me or see everything that I'm doing. It could be that. Or if it was some sort of relationship, either a close friendship or a loved one, it could be, well, has this person got my highest good? Are they doing things that are right for me? Am I happy with this? Do I like the stuff that's going on? These sorts of dialogues. And it's just asking you to check yourself. Check yourself, Gemini. Stop overthinking it. Stop creating the drama that maybe isn't there, is what Spirit said. Or maybe even that it might just be outdated thoughts or outdated programming that maybe you have done for a very long time. Right, so I am going to be I'm going to do a Celtic cross, and I'm going to use my Psychic Tarot. I haven't used this deck in a little while, so I thought I'd use that today for you. And we're going to use, the first card I'm going to do is going to be Archangel Michael. I do like to start with him. I like to work with all the angels, but Michael works with me directly, probably more than most, unless they come through specifically with a message. Some do, some Sometimes spirit do too. I'm not clairaudient, so I don't hear spirit saying, oh, could you just tell her this, Heather, please? So I don't hear it, but I feel their messages. And yes, I feel their message specifically as well, even down to the way they'd like me to deliver it, or in the style. Sometimes it's in a specific spirit style. Anyway, on with the reading. Archangel Michael. That one did kind of flip, so I want you to have this one. Be gentle with yourself, Gemini. Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything that I do. Speak. Please help me know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt to you so that I may experience lasting inner peace. So we're looking for inner peace, Gemini. And that's the vibe. Smash in. Let's look for your inner peace. Or let's at least see where it's at right now. It's very difficult for me to get my hands around these cards. Quite a big deck. Quite a big. Okay. They wanted me to have that one, so I'm going to have it. So, let's turn these over as I do it. For your energy. Two of Cups. Ooh, ooh. Ah. Four of Wands, wow. I see. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you guys today. Although I'm kind of running out of space. Wow, such a lot of purple. I was just speaking about this in the last reading. I was speaking to Taurus about their third eye and all this purple. This purple energy. Right, the underlying theme of the entire reading is the Nine of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Nines. It feels like maybe the end of something or coming close to you finalizing something. And this Nine of Earth is this very accomplished, independent energy. Somebody who is able to create with their hands. Some of you that will be physically, you create something with your hands. And some it might mean that you're just very creative. Okay. Before I do that, I forgot to give you your affirmation card. So I'm doing these handwritten affirmations. Whenever I write a really good one, I collect it within these cards and then I give them out. And it's just this ability to dive on in, to uplift us and give us a really nice message. Okay, so that was kind of a bit crazy. So for somebody out there, are you feeling a bit erratic right now? A bit full on, maybe. So today you have this message. Today I shine in all that I do. Hallelujah. Shine, shine, shine. Be gentle with yourself and shine. That's the message for my Geminis. Okay, so we have in your position the Two of Cups. Spiritual union. Now, normally this spiritual union can mean a soulmate connection, can mean like a marriage, like a contractual. Some readers read it as twin flame. It's not necessarily my twin flame card, but some read it as that. But then the card crossing it is the card that I take as my twin flame card as a reader. And that's the Four of Wands. This is fire energy now. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius crossing this water energy. And this is sometimes the marriage card, the this idea of coming together, and that can be living together, cohabiting, or that can be physically a marriage. But also, a little side note that I just want to mention is when I turned over that first card for the Two of Cups, also to say water energy, Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, I also wanted to say that on this card it says spiritual union. So I think there'll be somebody out there watching and listening today that maybe is just starting on their spiritual path. Maybe you are starting to listen to recordings like this, reading blogs, reading posts, and like really opening up. I talked about this purple colouring and this third eye chakra. Maybe for some of you, your third eye chakra is beginning to open, and you're beginning to have realizations about life and the bigger questions. Why am I here? What am I here to do? You know, what's my thought on energy and faith and all these sorts of wonderful things. And yeah, somebody is starting on their journey in that. And that's like amazing, by the way. So like, I think when I first started my spiritual journey, there was so much information and I saw so many signs and things that were like really staring me in the face, and I was like, gosh, you know, am I really seeing this? Am I seeing this? Am I really hearing this? And I was just in total disbelief when I started myself. And you know, for years I've loved tarot readings, and I used to go and have readings when I was a lot younger and this sort of thing. And every reading I had, the reader would say to me, do you do this for a living? Is this something you do? Because you could do this. And I used to think, oh my goodness, no, I couldn't read tarot, I couldn't read cards, what are you talking about? I wouldn't have the ability, I wouldn't know where to start, you know, this sort of energy. But when a gift or a third eye opens, or a person's spirituality starts to become awakened, things just start to line up for you, and the universe just starts to show you this really clear path about stuff they want you to know. And it's quite an exciting time, actually. So for those of you in the reading, a Gemini, that are beginning that or are really starting to notice stuff like that, brilliant. And with this Four of Wands, this fire energy, it's like something that like inspires you and motivates you. And yeah, it's quite exciting. It's interesting to learn and to grow as a spiritual person. Because you know, like within that sort of journey as well, you suddenly have like this feeling of all this backup of like, you know, once I started to realise I had spirit teams around me, I could conversate with angels and things like that. As crazy as it sounds for some that, you know, don't resonate with that, which I totally get. When it starts to happen to you, it's like quite amazing as well, because it makes you feel like really warm inside, that even when things are a bit tough or a bit difficult, it's like you have these built-in cheerleaders that are like, okay, right, this has happened, so this is what we need to do now. And yeah, sometimes it's such a rewarding thing. So for somebody out there, you're about to embark on this journey, and that's exciting. And for some, this is, like I say, a soulmate connection or a relationship that you're either in that is flourishing and moving towards, say, a commitment stage. Maybe you're coming out of this Nine of Pentacles energy. Not coming out of it totally, because I wouldn't ever advocate that anybody does that in a relationship. Never lose yourself completely. Always have this autonomy or this basis of who you are and what your likes and dislikes are, as well as this other connection. Okay. So, what is the root of what we're talking about? Well, and I just spoke about marriage and ta-da, the Hierophant. So in this card, it's a wisdom. It's the card of wisdom. And in these illustrations, this is this kind of priest stroke man of cloth, probably in terms of its background. But this is this sense of an institution. And that's why as readers, we often see that as a marriage card, because obviously a marriage is a form of an institution. something we enter into and we make a commitment to. So if this is a relationship moving towards commitment or marriage, or a new relationship starting that's going to head that way, basically, it's this idea of education around this area. So it's about learning, and I spoke about this spiritual education as well. So there's two different dialogues going on in this reading already, I can see. So for some, you will be taking on some new form of education, and it's like about a foundation that you're building. So that could just be your knowledge base in some area that intrigues you, or this could be this wanting to give yourself wholly to another person and really signing up for it. Fives are challenging, so any new endeavour, whether that be within a relationship or within educationally or within a job, it comes with its challenges, right? But in this particular card, there's this little dog in the picture, and this is really talking to me about loyalty. So this is really talking about this potential that you are wanting to create this sturdy foundation. It's either loyal to yourself and your sense of identity, or this could be this wisdom within these new horizons, these new beginnings. Okay, so then we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, green in this one. So the Five of Cups, but it's in reverse. So that's, feels like the overarching energy is you've come out of something that perhaps didn't work out, or something you felt gave you some element of sadness, but you're actually, this is another five, so these fives are mirroring each other now, and I spoke about fives being challenging, but it feels like this is quite a good thing for you, because your headspace feels like you're clearing out old debris, emotional ties that don't serve you anymore. It's like you've come to a much better place within yourself. Perhaps you've had some realizations about, you know what, this wasn't good for me, and I've made the decision in my best, highest good that what I need right now is to do X or to do Y. So it's you coming into yourself and your understanding of that. And this is because in your near past we have the Death card of Scorpio. So we've got this understanding that it's time to move forward or do something different. It's time to start building something new. And that saying goes, when one door closes, another window opens, or whatever, the reverse of that, whatever. I always get those sayings wrong. But this is very much your energy. This is definitely what is going on for you. It's definitely about us shedding these old patterns, Gemini. They want you to just give them the heave-ho. Just because you've done these things in the way that you did them in the past, you know, it's time to clear them out. For most of you, I am seeing that you are clearing it out, and you are being really kind to yourself and loving yourself wholeheartedly to make those decisions, which I like to see. Wow. Love begins. So we have the Ace of Cups. To me, this is the love for something new. This is the something beautiful coming into your near future. Exciting. It says, today I shine in all that I do. So maybe you shine so much that you are calling in something really beautiful. And in this cup of love, there's this big rainbow, you know, over the top of it. And it feels like you are in a place in your life now, Gemini, where you've decided, let me chase my rainbows. Let me believe in my rainbows. My cup is pretty full right now. I've done some emotional work. I've been trying to do what's been required in order to move forward in this way. I feel a bit in my strength, quite frankly. I feel like you're in more of your power, and you're saying, okay, I don't know the outcomes. I don't need to know the outcomes. That's not like you, Gemini, because you do like to know the outcome. You like to overthink most things. In the best possible way, because I do love you as a sign. I have a lot of friends and loved ones that are in the sign of Gemini. And yeah, you're just a very switched on person, a very clever person. Geminis are like very good at putting their mind to things and like finding really logical solutions, and can be very practical in finding answers for their problems. Sometimes you're super good at talking yourself out of things that are not good for you as well, but you know what, we all have our shadow side, so I am not knocking it. So in your place of within your power now, we have this Six of Swords, moving on, moving forward. Well, that's been the energy from the start of this reading. Forward, forward, forward. This is definitely a really positive thing I'm seeing for you. But it's this moving forward, but you've taken stock of what's happened in this past. You've taken stock of it, but you've decided, you know what? All that turbulence that for whatever reason I used to choose in my relationships or in my life, like if there was an option to take in the past, it's like you would have took the difficult option. You would have tried to take the most difficult option. And that's just because you're constantly testing yourself, Gemini, constantly saying, well, am I good enough at this? Can I do this? Well, I'm going to show people I can do this. It's very much that energy. And this moving on is saying that, yeah, you know, I'm going to give myself a bit of a badge here, because actually I'm realising that I would actually quite like a bit of an easier life. I'd like a calmer life. Positive movement forward. Wow. It's like you've got moving on and positive movement forward, exactly what I just said. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. And in the normal Rider-Waite, we see this person turning their back on these cups in order to move forward to something else. And for me as a reader, I read Eight of Cups is that eight's not enough. I want my Nine of Cups. I want my dreams and wishes to come true too. So you know what? I'm going to head on towards that. And there's a real energy of this in this Eight of Cups. This person is going on this quest. They're looking to the light. They're moving forward. They don't know where they're going. They don't know how this is going to look. But you know what? They're going to just shine. They're going to go towards the shining light. And they're going to be positive about it. And they're going to feel driven. In your hopes and fears, suffering in silence. So this is this Nine of Wands. Sorry, Nine of Swords even. Colours. These are blue. Yeah, Nine of Swords. So this is air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Have you been in this place where things have felt... It feels like the last 9 months you weren't heard. So some of you would have literally been choosing your own company, because we have got this Nine of Pentacles here, and that can be this independent sense of self. So have you been in your own counsel, spending more time listening to your own thoughts, making your own decisions, and being a little bit disconnected? And because this is in your place of fear and dreams, I think Geminis do fear this disconnection. It's like something they crave at the same time. They crave their own company and they crave their own solace, but then sometimes it can feel like really quiet and really lonely, and they feel like they're by themselves. So this movement forward and going towards this is like your fears for quite a while, maybe 9 years. Maybe in the last 9 years, your fears have centered around you ending up by yourself, being alone, being in your own silence. That's what they're giving me. Okay, so yeah, and then you've got obstacles and challenges, but you've got it in reverse. This is your Five of Wands. Five of Wands in the upright is about constant battle. Were you constantly battling between thinking, do I want to be by myself or do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be in this job or do I want to look for something else? Gosh, you know, as a sign, you are the twins after all. So there's always this, you know, in one hand and another, these two people, these two decisions. So it's like you've really been weighing that up, but you're coming to an outcome now where you want to put down the swords or put down the wands. You want to put down the batons. You don't want to. You want this easier, relaxing, harmonious future. Well, you certainly do right now anyway. That's where you're heading. You know, also, this is another 5. You've got 3 5s in your reading. I said about these are challenges. Look, Geminis, you don't do things without a challenge. Let's be honest. You don't. If something isn't a challenge, you're not really engaged, are you, in it? Let's put it out there. But there is like this different change that's going on. You're evolving into this place where you can still be stimulated without it having to be this huge daily challenge. Yeah. So it's like you are looking for harmony. You're going towards a more harmonious time, which I love to see as a reader. Okay, let's pull a couple of Island Wellness cards as a bit of clarification. Okay, I wanted to look in your near past position, and these cards have brought up girl with a snake. This can talk about shedding, and this is on top of the death card, transformation. This is about out with the old, in with the new. Let's transform ourselves and let's go and do different things, because clearly something wasn't working for us. Empath, narcissistic paradigm. Okay, I won't talk too much about narcissism because it's a great big subject, obviously. But this card is really talking about patterns and attachment styles and roles that maybe you've took on in relationships that you've been in. And this empath narcissist paradigm, it's this, the empath wants to be loving and understand and put themselves in the shoes of the narcissist, and the narcissist wants to take all that empath energy, throw it back in their face pretty much, as long as they're getting all the attention and their agenda's being met. Happy days. We've got this balance, right? So if this resonates with you and you're listening to this and you've been in this trap of this empath narcissistic paradigm, time to switch that up. If this is a bigger attachment style than what you feel you can do your own healing work and your own growth, then go and see a counsellor, go and see a specialist. There are some amazing people out there that specialise in attachment theories, attachment styles, and I would say that could be really good for you if that resonates with you. For some, on a slightly different note, it's saying maybe identify which one that you relate to most. You know, if you're an empath, it's really difficult. As a natural empath, you will go into relationships and you will take on this role of the caregiver, and it's asking you to just be super careful that in doing that you're, 1, not attracting takers, or 2, you're just not giving too much. Boundaries. Somebody out there needs to hear this. Time to do some boundary work. Time to look in the mirror and understand that either you've got virtually no boundaries and as a result relationships have been a bit crazy. This can be, not just in love. We have to have these boundaries, these non-negotiables in our lives that help us to stand firm and understand, who we are, and help other people understand who we are, so that we give them this manual on how to treat us and how to behave. Okay, so the next clarification card I have pulled is not today, it says, and this is over this marriage Hierophant card. So for some of you, you're not getting married today or the next couple of weeks. But it doesn't mean that you're not. It just says not dealing, maybe feeling hurt, avoiding a conversation. It's talking about boundaries again. A call, a person, boundaries, still angry. Okay, so for some of the group, there's anger around a marriage or some institution, some community, or some group of people, and it's an underlying thing that you don't want to let get out of hand, Spirit is saying to me. Is there somebody that you need to pick up the phone to and have a conversation with that you're finding quite challenging? Maybe you have unanswered questions that are still going on and you want to have some clarity, get some clarity on it. Okay, can you tell me a little bit more, please, about this conversation, about these boundaries? What do we need to know about these boundaries, or specifically, what can you tell us? Wow, well, all I can say is that took a good few shuffles before, and then it gave me nothing really. So, is this conversation where the boundary is that you've not opened up to somebody? I did speak about empaths, narcissists, codependency. Is somebody not opening up to another person? There's a conversation to be had. Okay, so the karmic relationship and the runner has come up. Now, the runner normally is part of a dynamic called a twin flame union. And perhaps you... Right, okay. So I don't see that this is you coming into a twin flame union. I feel like this is you potentially having just come out of a karmic relationship. Karmic relationships often trigger us. They can cause resentment. They can offer lessons, difficult ones at times. But the name of the game is letting go. So maybe on this Not Today card, it said you needed to make a call, you might be angry, you want to have a conversation with this person. Maybe this karmic relationship has come to a close. It's left you feeling a little bit bruised, a little bit unforgiving regarding something. But it is in the past. That is what I do want to say, is this is something in the past. But for some reason, it's asking you because it's triggered something. Something's been triggered. Or something is going to be triggered for you in the next couple of weeks regarding a karmic relationship. And there's going to be this idea that somebody ran out on somebody else, wasn't being open, and was just, I said about not opening up. So fear of intimacy. Somebody listening to this has a fear of intimacy. They have been having several karmic relationships that might feel like it's a broken record. It's happening again and again and again. Now the reason it's happening again and again because it's karmic, and until you register the full karmic lesson and understanding of that journey, you may have to do it a few times more. Yeah, these karmic relationships can be tricky. And we all have them, we all have them. They're part of our Earth School journey that we all go on. They're all necessary. Okay. To finish Gemini's reading, can I pull these are my unicorn cards, but I like to call them my Pegasus cards. And I just love them. They're very upbeat. Even when they have difficult messages to give, they give them in such like a childlike way, which is an amazing energy. Children, see the best in everything, and their light-heartedness sort of just enables them to go, okay, well, right then, we won't do that today, we'll go and do something different, and then they skip off and go and do something different. Maybe that's what you need to do, Gemini, skip off and do something different. Okay. So, the unicorn cards are saying it's okay to be different. You are different, Gemini. You do stand out. You're one of those people. You don't need to be like everybody else. You're perfect just as you are. And for some of you, a little side note, you need to drink more water as well, they're saying. So I'm going to leave you on that theory that you need in the next couple of weeks then, just to sum it up, to be gentle with yourself. You know, don't let that inner voice tell you that you are different and that feels off, because it's not off, because you are different, you are independent, you are special, and you are somebody that can harvest things to an amazing scale. And they want you to know that this is all part of your fun growth, your fun journey. Even this little karmic person that's been popping up and down every now and then, it's all on that amazing journey that's going to help you get towards where you need to be, ultimately, which is your fulfillment. So have an amazing couple of weeks, Gemini, and I will see you next time.